Hi guys, you're welcome to this channel. This is Bora Closet, a channel for inquisitive fashion designers. I'll be the face and the voice of this channel. I want to welcome you here. This is a channel where I'll be dishing out sewing tutorials for existing fashion designers and potential fashion designers. If you want to learn how to sew from scratch, this is a channel that you would enjoy. And yes, the channel is new, so I would appreciate if you would subscribe and then share, comment, like, so that we have wider reach. Thank you and God bless you as you do so. I'm not just introducing the channel today, we are also going to be doing our first tutorial where I'll be talking about the tools you need if you want to start sewing. What are the basic tools that you need to start your sewing business? So let's get right into it. Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. This is our fashion channel for inquisitive fashion designers. Maybe you want to start sewing, or you're already sewing but you need some lessons. This is the channel for you, the right channel. So click on the subscribe button so that you'll be notified of when I post new videos. So for the first video on this channel, we'll be looking at the sewing materials that you need, sewing equipment rather. So what are the sewing equipment that you need if you want to start sewing? Maybe you want to sew for money or you want to sew for yourself. What are the things you need? So right here I have the sewing machine. There are different types of sewing machine. This is just one type. Let it not be like I'm advertising the brother sewing machine, but I want to say that since I have gotten this machine like about 8 months ago, I've been enjoying it. It doesn't give me issues. There was a machine I was using before that was not as good as this. So this is a table machine. It's called table machine. So you can plug it to electricity and it's going to work perfectly. And it has different kind of stitches. It has different kinds of stitches. So these are different kinds of stitches that it has, so you can use all of these stitches for different purposes. So if you want to know about the different parts of the sewing machine, you can comment in the comment section so that I know whether to do the video or not. So this is a sewing machine. This is a drum machine. It uses manual and electricity, so you can use it when there is light and you can use it when you don't have power source. So for you to start sewing, you need a sewing machine. It's very important. Unless you want to use hand needle like they used to do in the past, that time when there was a sewing machine, they used needle and thread. So, but that's going to be more stressful and more time taking. So you want to get a sewing machine. You can get the one that is not very expensive. There are different kinds. There are the ones that are lesser than this and higher than this. So, but I recommend this table machine. It's very good, especially the one that uses both manual and power source. You just get a sewing machine leg for it and you get to use it with lights and you get to use it without light. So that is that for sewing machine. You want to learn about the parts, like I said earlier. There are different parts of the sewing machine that you have to learn how to use. So that is that about that. Okay, so the next, I'll put this aside. We are going to be looking at another sewing equipment that you will need. I'll be going next to the needle. This is the sewing machine needle. There is also the hand needle, the one that I mentioned earlier that you can use to sew clothes in if you don't want to use a machine or you don't have the capacity to get a machine. You can actually use needle and thread to sew if you have the time. So this is a machine needle, and without the machine needle, the machine will not be able to do anything. There are also different sizes for this. So this is the one that this machine uses. And then you have the sewing threads, which also come in different colors and sizes. This is one size. These are smaller sizes. I've used from these, yes. So these are the sewing threads. So without the thread, you can also not sew. There are some things that you just must have Without them, you cannot do any sewing. So the sewing thread, the sewing thread, different colors, different sizes, depending on the one you want. Just tell the person selling the one you want, or you send to the person. So another thing that you need is the tailor's chalk. If you don't have the tailor's chalk, you can use the marker. What exactly do you use the tailor's chalk for? You use it to mark on your fabric or on your pattern paper. I'll be showing you the pattern paper soon. So you use this for marking the lines, because when you sew, you do some calculations and then you do some lines. So you have to be able to know what line, which line is which, and this is what you use to indicate the lines. So if you don't have the chalk, you can use a marker. But if you use a marker on a fabric, it may not go off. So it's best to use chalk, which you can easily wash off, or pick a wet piece of cloth and rub off the chalk so that it doesn't show on your finished work. So the marker is best for pattern papers, and you can also use the pen on pattern papers, but don't use pen or marker on fabrics. Use chalk, tailor's chalk, different colors, and this is what the chalk looks like. The next thing I'm going to be showing you is the office pen and the safety pins also. The safety pins and the office pins. So, well, for beginners, you would need this. Professionals will not really need to use much of the office pens, because you just use it to hold clothes, to secure clothes. But if you want to do some particular styles, you will have to use office pens, and it's best to use office pens so that you don't make mistake. You just pin whatever you want to sew together so that it stays in place. So, and then we have the safety pins. You can use this to pass an elastic through the hole. I'll be doing more detailed video on the uses of all this equipment later. I just want you to have an idea of the things you will need if you want to start sewing. They are the basic things. There are many things that you need to start to sew, but the basic things are very important. Without the basic things, your sewing will be impossible. So this is it. These are the safety pins, and these are office pins, like I said. So there are different types of office pins too. They are the ones that have color. So if you see some other ones apart from this, don't be surprised. So I also put this aside and move on to the next sewing tool. Okay, you also have the scissors. Without the scissors, I don't know what you want to cut, unless you want to use blade, which I would advise you to do. So you have the scissors, different kinds, different sizes. So you use the scissors to cut your fabric or pattern paper, to cut your thread. So this is the scissors, different sizes. This is bigger than this, so you can get any one so far as it serves the purpose. And this is the zigzag scissors. I will be explaining the functions later in another video. So we move on to another thing. We have the ruler. This is a ruler. Yeah, different kinds of ruler. Anything I'm showing you here has different types. You know, you have different brands. So if you see one here and you see another one elsewhere, they serve the same purpose. This is the ruler that you use to draw your lines on your fabric and your pattern paper. So aside the ruler, I also have something that is similar to the ruler, which is the French cuff. You know, there are cuffs on your in our body parts. You have the cuff, you have cuffs on your hip, cuffs on your armhole, and some other places. So you have cuffs on your chest. So you use this to draw the cuffs. You can see the French cuff. It has other types, like I said earlier. So this is the French cuff. You use it to draw a cuff instead of a straight line. But this French cuff can also perform the function of a ruler, because it has a straight part and it has a curved part. So you can use this instead of the ruler. If you don't want to use the ruler, you can use the French cuff for both purposes. This kind of French cuff, I don't know whether you can do the same with other ones, because some are just only French cuffs. This is going to go aside also. And okay, these are also threads, dark colors of threads. Yeah, very important. The tape here, the measuring tape, either way, whether you call it a pro or the measuring tape. Without this, there is no way you can get accurate measurements of what you want to do. So it's very important that you have a tape rule. It's very cheap, very, very cheap. So you can just get one or two, and you use it to measure the person you want to sew for, and then you use it to draw out your measurements on the fabric or on the pattern paper. So you can also get these tape rules in different sizes and different colors, but most tape rules have 60 inches. They are 60 inches long. So this is 6 inches, right from 1 inch to 60 inches. And another thing is the pattern paper. What is the essence of using pattern paper in cutting? For beginners, I don't think you want to waste money on getting fabric. You know you may make mistakes on your fabric, so it's better to cut it out on pattern paper first. It's very big. Why? So you can cut out whatever you want to cut on the pattern paper, then you transfer whatever you cut to your fabric. That way you don't get to make mistakes on the fabric or waste the fabric. So with the pattern paper you can cut, then use the pattern paper on the fabric to cut out whatever it is you want to cut. So this is also very cheap, cheaper than you wasting your precious fabric. And you can also get the brown color. There is a white color and the brown color. And instead of using a pattern paper, you can also use old newspapers, or you can use calendars, maybe old calendars. They can also serve the purpose. I will share how to use calendars in place of pattern papers in another video. So I'm going to go ahead to talk about the gum gun. This looks like a gun. That is why it is called the gum gun. The gum gun, gum and gun. So this is the gum candle that you place in the gum gun. Now what do you use this for? To gum, like his name suggests, to gum items. So you just plug it to electricity, and then you are going to be able to squeeze out the gum and stick together whatever you want to do. This is the small size. There are bigger sizes than this, but the major thing is that all of them help in gumming, maybe trimmings to your clothes. You want to design your clothes, you want to put beads or stones that you can just gum, you can use this. Or if you have the means, you can get gums. They come in tubes. You have the B6000, the UHU. There are different kinds of gums. I don't have one on ground now because they get dry easily if you don't use them up. So I don't have any on ground now. So that is the gum gun. Then I'll also be talking about the soldering iron. Yeah, the soldering iron. Now you can use the soldering iron to cut. There is this ofi that Yoruba people wear. So if you're not careful with that fabric, you're going to get into trouble. So it's best to use a soldering iron to cut such fabric, but you have to master how to use it because this is very dangerous and it can melt your fabric if not carefully used. So you have to master it. You can also use it to trace out flowers and leaves from clothes or from fabric. So if you have a flower shape, like look at this shape now, you can just use this to trim it out. But this does not work on all fabrics. So there are some fabrics you cannot use this on because it will not work. It will not work. So you can use it to cut out this pattern. Now this is my logo. You can use it to cut it out. So you just plug it to a power source and it's going to perform the function of cutting. While it's cutting, it is also burning the teeth so that the fabric doesn't remove. And finally, I'm going to talk about the seam ripper. There is know how you will not make mistakes while sewing, even if you're a professional. You know, there are times you want to, okay, do a cloth in a certain way and then you make mistakes, or you don't want the way it is looking, you want to change how it looks. So this is called the seam ripper. You use it to open up your seams. The places you have sewn, that this is what you use to cut it open. It's called the seam ripper. Cut it open and you can adjust or correct your mistake. So instead of the seam ripper, you can use a razor blade, but you have to be careful so that you don't cut your fabric in the wrong places. So aside all these things that I have mentioned, there are other things that you need when you want to sew. You need your fabric. I don't think you want to sew anything without the fabric unless you want to practice with pattern paper only. But if you want to sew a real clothes, you need to get your fabric and these materials that I've talked about and some other ones. But these are the basic ones. These are the basic ones that you need to make your sewing come out well. So you need these materials, and then with all this, you are good to go. You may not even get all, but you know, the ones that are basic, I've mentioned them. The ones I cannot do without: the sewing machine, the scissors, the thread, the machine needle, the machine needle, okay, the tailor's chalk or the marker. Those ones are basic. The other ones you can still manage. Even the ones that you want to use comfort, there are some that you can use needle and thread to just pin to the clothes. So this is also not basic. You may not even want to sew a style that has what you want to gum something to. But the things you cannot even do without are the things I've mentioned. The machine, the sewing machine, or if you don't want to use a sewing machine, or hand needle, and then the thread, which is going to take time and it needs to be stressful. But if you have the time, you can go ahead and the thread, the sewing machine, the scissors, the tape pro, and the fabric you are using. With all of this, you are good to go. And this is where I bring the class to an end for today. And in the next video, we are going to be meeting again. I appreciate you for staying till the end. Thank you for joining me. And I want to plead with you again to subscribe to this channel to get sewing tutorials, sewing lessons. I am going to be doing it step by step, that even if you don't know how to sew before, you are going to learn from this channel, because I'm going to be following a scheme of work. And so I don't know what we're doing next, but it's also something basic that you need to know to be able to sew a cloth. So now that you have seen the sewing tools, which ones are you getting, which ones are you not getting, which ones do you have already, which ones do you not have, you can go ahead to get the basic ones and get to business, so that in the next class you'll be able to do the practicals that I'll be showing you. Thank you very much. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for staying here, and please comment, like, and share. That is going to encourage me a lot. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.